What's wrong with negative emotions? We don't feel good, right? And we all want to feel good. The problem comes. So if you have a leaky roof, someone rear ends you, whatever it is, that's the problem. The negative emotion only makes the problem worse, exacerbates the problem. Negative emotions deplete energy. When a person has a negative emotion, we feel like we can't do anything. We all have a choice every single day, through every situation that comes our way. How do we approach? How we act depends on our emotional state. We can't help if you're having a leaky roof, and you can't help if you're having a bad day in the market. But the course which we're going to embark on now will hopefully help, to avoid all the spectrum of negative emotions and all the things that happen as a result from feeling this way. This course is based on the book called the Tanya. The Tanya is the foundation of Chabad philosophy. Just like we have the Torah scroll, which is the foundation of the Torah and how to act, the Tanya is called the biblical book of Jewish philosophy. So one thing we know for sure, every single day is a struggle. But the question is, why is it a struggle? And this is the question that the Alter Rebbe is coming to ask. And this is the question that every person asks himself, even if he doesn't put it in these words, but you're subconsciously asking yourself this question at some point in your life. Am I a good person, or am I If I'm a good person, then why am I plagued by these thoughts of doing terrible things? And if I'm a self-centered person, if I'm a person that all I want to do is indulge myself in cake and alcohol and everything else, how come that life makes me feel empty? I want to be one or the other. So the question really is, who are you? Or who am I? Each of us, whether religious or wicked, have two souls, two distinct life forces, two consciousness. So one soul is selfish, one soul is selfless. One soul is hungry, always wants more. One soul is satisfied. One soul is very worried because it's always worried about itself, what's going to be tomorrow. One soul is calm because it realizes that everything's okay. It's all part of a plan. One soul is short-sighted. It wants to fill its indulgence now because it feels like I have to feel good now. One soul is more of a visionary. There are two nations within you. One is Yaakov, the divine soul. And Alter Rebbe Shneur Zalman uses this analogy in Tanya. So we all have within us a Jacob who gravitates towards good, and an Esav who gravitates towards self-centered behavior. And the question is, which identity are you utilizing? Are you identifying? Which consciousness? Which soul are you identifying at the point? So the battle is between self-centeredness and mission-oriented. It is not only about what you're going to do. It's about who is the person that's doing it. Alter Rebbe points out in Tanya, the natural state of a Jew is Judaism. Your divine soul is what you're supposed to be. Now, the only thing is, it doesn't come into full force and realization until later, because we're born naturally only caring about ourselves. The objective of the remainder of the course is how living a divine soul paradigm is the ultimate solution to negative emotions.